Only 2 were from corners.
Okay.
Adding from Manchester United, 4 now from corners. It takes it to be 15 goals in 4 matches.
Okay.
So whatever you're saying, I think is out of jealousy, out of hatred and pain. Sorry, guys, man.
Okay.
But
But
if something is working for you, there is no need for change, okay?
okay.
So you came up thinking maybe this is the time, maybe you beat us, but it's 4 in a row.
Okay.
Arteta has made it.
No, we don't count. No, we don't count Ten Hag's time. We don't count Ten Hag's time, man. We don't.
Now we are starting.
Yeah, we are starting.
It's 1.
Another 0.
Now it's 1 already.
Nasema another 0 bana.
You already have Almorin, so it's 1.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, it starts 0. Now it's 1. So there's no faults.
Exactly. So count again another. Maybe we are meeting in FA.
Yeah.
Yes, same ground.
So do you want us to score you with corners, or you just want an open play game?
Just come with an open play. Let's see what you guys can do.
Pick your punishment.
Okay.
Labda mfike mapema, mfungage mapema before tufike.
No.
Hello guys, welcome again to another week of the Triple Cup Show. A very nice evening. Yeah, man. At least we said the pod will be on the road, and then I had to find some guys, so we had to go for the road to get some guys. And then who else, man? Before I go, at the time of recording, there are some 2 games not yet played, so we'll give until what we have, and then we'll know what next. And then FPL has been FPL, EPL has been EPL. The games are wild. They're so in and out. And then who else to join me, man? We'll start with the home ground guys, the winners after the big expected game, Arsenal versus Manchester United. So with me, man like Josh, what's up, G?
What's up?
I know you're happy, man.
I am.
Okay. On the other side, man, the lost coin, only the lost soil, the lost sheep, I don't know.
Prodigal son.
Man like Jimmy, man, we had him while we were on the audio. I think more than now 60 episodes later, so we have him on the video. It's nice to have you to host him, man.
Nice to be here, man.
Okay, so how have you been, man? Let's start from here.
I've been well.
Okay.
Just lifing.
Okay, FPL wise, how have you been?
I don't want to talk. At the moment. At the moment, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, what you talk about Manchester United? How is Manchester United taking you now? Well, the last time we had you, are we still with Ten Hag?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but now I thought our savior came, but man, it's been tough.
Okay.
Yes.
So, man, King of Dark Arts, Arsenal, Malik Josh, tell us what happened now, because you guys have qualified. You have made our work so hard. Because if you guys don't have corners, you cannot score. And if you have corners, it's wild. Your arts are working.
No, that's your statement are not true, by the way.
Okay.
Far we have scored 13 goals in 3 matches.
Okay. How many from corners?
Of these 13 goals were corners.
How many from corners?
Only 2 were from corners.
Okay.
Adding from Manchester United, 4 now from corners. It takes it to be 15 goals in 4 matches.
Okay.
So whatever you're saying, I think is out of jealousy, out of hatred and pain. Sorry, guys, man.
Okay.
But if something is working for you, there is no need for change, okay?
Okay.
So you came up thinking maybe this is the time, maybe you beat us, but it's 4 in a row.
Okay.
Arteta has made it.
No, we don't count. No, we don't count Ten Hag's time. We don't count Ten Hag's time, man. We don't.
Now we are starting.
Yeah, we are starting.
It's 1.
Another 0.
Now it's 1 already.
Nasema another 0 bana.
You already have Almorin, so it's 1.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, it starts 0. Now it's 1. So there's no faults.
Exactly. So count again another. Maybe we are meeting in FA.
Yeah.
Yes, same ground.
So Do you want us to score you with corners, or you just want an open play game?
Just come with an open play. Let's see what you guys can do.
Pick your punishment.
Okay.
Labda mfike mapema, mfungage mapema before tufike.
No, let me tell you guys, this game, Amorin, I think is very tactical. He decided to start with those guys who do not start regularly. His lineup was different from the lineup that you usually see with Manchester United, okay?
Very true.
It was tactical for him to put somebody like Rashford, Amad Diallo on the bench, because he knew that if you look at the other games Arsenal have been played, first half they have been brilliant, but second half Arsenal have been very weak, okay?
Okay.
So he knew that the second half, when Arsenal will be weak, then that is the time that I will bring the weapons to finish up Arsenal. But he didn't realize it was also risky for him to play with those kind of player, the likes of maybe Maguire to start with them, because they can concede goal. But what he made sure of, they possessed the balls a lot. They were not so eager to go and counter us. They just kept the ball. Their point was to make Arsenal get tired. Then second half they can come and finish us.
But I think. But wait, I'll hold you short. I'll hold you short.
His tactical work, but Arteta is tactical genius. He realized what he's doing, and that's why we were also reluctant to press you a lot in the first half.
Okay.
That's why you possess the ball more in the first half compared to in the second half.
Okay, but according to me, I say if you want to win against Arsenal, the best way to win it, I think, is by possession of the ball, not giving space you guys to have the ball most of the time. I think that's one of the tactics you can easily win against Arsenal.
That is one of the game you can win against any team.
Okay.
Not Arsenal. If you possess the ball, make sure you create chances. But you possess the ball, but you are not creating chances.
Okay, but according to the Amorin style, I think it's early to start judging. But yesterday, according to what we saw yesterday.
We are talking about the game was.
Yeah, no, I'm saying according to that game, I think he has learned something. So moving forward, I think it's like one thing to move. It's like one stepstone now to move to whatever better place I think he's trying to do with Manchester.
I don't think he was learning anything from that.
Okay.
His point was like he was playing with the players that he has and tried to win that game.
Okay.
Very true. I do
agree. So he will not play the same way when he comes to another team.
Yeah.
He will change.
Okay.
Because when it moves forward in the second half, he played with 4 attackers.
Okay, that's it. But I think it's nice.
It was very difficult for somebody like Rashford and Højlund to get the ball, because the big Baba himself, Saliba, he was bossing that area very bad, man.
Okay.
I think our problem was
a team like Arsenal. Just make sure your tactical are on point, and you must be dynamic. Don't come with only one tactic, because Arteta is very wise and he always change immediately when he realizes there is something which is not adding up on the team. So he's so much flexible when he decides to change. And the other thing is the players, Arsenal players themselves, the likes of David Raya, the likes of Declan Rice and Odegaard, you saw they were giving instruction while they were playing on the team.
Yeah.
So they don't rely mostly on Arteta. They also rely themselves, the unity they have together and how they give the instruction by themselves is what make Arsenal, I think, unbeatable right now.
Okay. Okay, nice.
I think what we are lacking is a first 11 team. Unlike other teams in the league, we are lacking a team that is functional, that is first 11, leave alone the second team. The second team. What I think we struggled with was defense, because if the defense was solid, I think we could have had more chances. I think we only had one chance out of 90 minutes, but we held up very nicely the first half, and then things went south. The first goal went in. As usual, Bruno shrugged. We lost the spirit of the game, and I think Amorin is going to have a very hard work to build the first 11 team, which he can rely on, leave alone the tactics when it comes to different teams.
Yesterday I was watching also the Chelsea game and also the Man City game parallel while they were playing. Man, it was I think can we say Pep start to get or Man City start to get the grip which they were they were losing it a bit, or it's just that kind of thing. One of those things.
I told you the other time, the last time you were speaking like, Man City, maybe there is something under the carpet that we don't know. It's not all about injury. And I told you, one person only can make a team lose a game.
Okay.
And you can see the introduction of De Bruyne, Grealish on the team. It has light up the Man City that we usually see them playing, and it's very good for the team to have that spirit again when they lost it all. And maybe every person was maybe criticizing Pep Guardiola, saying that I think it's time to go for him. There during Liverpool game, you saw they were teasing him, saying that he will be stuck in the morning. But you can see the availability of some of the best player in Man City, like De Bruyne and Grealish. Even though Grealish has been missing for a long time, but he's a reliable player when he's on the team. So Doku himself, when he has the ball, is a threat to another team. Even though I usually see Doku as a weak link, because it's easier to take ball from Doku compared to maybe other player like maybe De Bruyne and Silva and Kovacic, because he usually hold the ball so much. But if you can see, he usually also create a lot of chances. So Doku, De Bruyne, and Grealish back on the team, it make them better than they were.
Okay, when I watch the other game with Liverpool, man, we can say Salah is the king. What can we say? He's the king of football, the king of EPL. What you say, man?
Salah has been amazing, season in, season out. I think from 2018 or 2019, season 2018, season 2019, and he has proven it back to back. Every game week he's scoring. I think he's amazing.
There's this what is it? What do we call it? FP. What's the name? The first 11, which was was it for the best? I didn't see Salah part of that list. Yeah, for Pro. Yeah.
I think that time most of the people are saying that he's a scam, and we usually talk about it each and every time. We see the introduction of new faces on that FIFA Pro, and it doesn't matter who is introducing that team, but the part that somebody like Mohamed Salah is not on that team is really alarming, because you can see what Mohamed Salah has been doing season in, season out, and he has always been missing every time. So he has been missing in all these awards, but for him, he has just been doing what he's supposed to do, and he doesn't care if he's missing, if he's present or what. But he has been winning golden boots each and every time in the Premier League. So far, we can see that he deserves a Ballon d'Or in his name, but we have seen he has not even been amongst the top 3 to get that Ballon d'Or, or to get maybe player of the year. So,
okay.
It's concerning, by the way.
Okay. Yesterday I was watching the game against Chelsea. Oh man, these guys are scoring goals, but unfortunately, the guys who want us in the FPL, I think, is Maresca on form, or is the Chelsea? We said it as a big team. Can you say it's Maresca who is out of he's good on form, or the players have come up to where they're supposed to be as Chelsea, or is it a whole thing where, because if you watch that game, every player is doing his job, and everyone, we are getting the goals, even though Southampton, it's not a small team. When you play against Man City, they scored 1 goal against Liverpool, so it was a hard game for them. At least the last minute when the Salah came and does his better thing. But when you watch that game, them scoring 4 goals and then even though they had a red card from Cucurella, somebody from grabbing his hair. If you watch that game, I think Chelsea now, I think they're number 2 or number 3, yeah? Number 2, because of the goal difference. If they move with the same form they are, I expect them to be better, or them being top 4. I don't see it being a hard thing for them as of now.
Even though they are not accepting, they are probably on the title race.
Okay.
If you compare them with Man City right now, I think they are contenders. And now, even though Liverpool drew that game, the gap has really maybe reduced. So Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool, they are still title contenders right now.
Yeah, when you see that game, Jordan Sancho in Manchester United, he's not doing a thing. Yesterday also he scored a goal. He has like a 3 or 4 assists. What's wrong with this guy? What's good with it? Well, he leaves out of Manchester United.
I think Manchester United is the problem. There's a let me say, there's a spirit that roams in that field that we don't know, because players go on loan, players go for we sell the players, and they start booming. So I don't know what to say about Manchester.
Okay, talking about what to say, what not to say. Leicester, the first game, early. It was a late game, but an early one in this game week. Man, these guys, I think with Van Nistelrooy, man like Joshua. What do you think? In Manchester United, he had few games which he got a good goals, and then he scored them twice, more than 5 goals, and then he became the boss. First game scoring 3 goals. Is it what we call the new boss bounce back, or is just? I think Van Nistelrooy, he's good, or
No. Leicester by itself is a good team. They have good players. They have this Jimmy Vardy is a lethal striker, as you know. They have Jordan Ayew. He was introduced recently in the season. So even though their winger Fatau got an injury later, I think they are probably a very good team when they have a very good coach.
Okay.
They lost some of the players before they joined the Premier League, but that made them weak because Enzo Maresca was their coach before. So it can show you how they perform with Enzo Maresca and how they perform with Steve Cooper. The issue is not players, the issue is the coach. So now they have a very good coach. It means that they can perform very well. And Leicester by themselves, when they employ Steve Cooper, they were having reservation about him. So it's clear they were not very maybe on board with everything that he does, but only because they didn't have any choice that time. That's why they decided to go along with Steve Cooper.
Okay. Now, when I watched the other game, Brentford, Mbeumo, these guys, I don't know, Brentford and Wolves, they had to be performing better. Those so same thing. But now, like of Mbeumo, it's just been like 4 game weeks. They're being beaten and they're not scoring as much goals as they used to score before. What's the problem? Or when you come to Wolves also, last week, the other week, they were scoring like 4 goals. Man like Kona was doing the thing. But this week they came. They were beaten last game against Bournemouth. Also this week, yesterday they were beaten again. What's wrong? Or is there maybe it was just that cameo? If we say.
I don't. This EPL and EPL sometimes is very difficult to actually analyze what what the game's outcome will be. For example, before we played Ipswich, I think we thought we are on form until we played Ipswich, and then we played Arsenal, and we started seeing the holes and the problems that we've been having. I think the same applies to Wolves. I think the same applies to Brentford, yes.
Okay. Do you think Mbeumo now, when you come to the FPL, is this time to kicking them out, or maybe he may still come back? Because you remember last season, and the last season but one, you guys, the week when you just every guy say it's enough with Mbeumo, that's the week he blasts us up with points. Do you think it's the same thing, or man, their form is not there? Because now Darmstadt has been the best guy on that team. It's worrying for me.
I think it's the right time because you don't have time as an FPL manager, by the way, have the FPL manager to keep him on the team. So I think it's just about time, because if we release somebody like Haaland on our team because it's not performing, the likes of Mbeumo is not a big issue, because in that midfield we have a lot of players that you can put there. The like of Smith Rowe, the like of Rogers, he performed the other day. There is a lot of players to replace him. So it's just a worry that when I lose him, maybe he'll start performing. But to also recover him is easier because it's not that much expensive. So I can say if you want to sell him, it's okay. But Brentford as a team itself, I think they are losing the grip. They're not being lethal the way they are. But we saw the other time Shade scoring for a hat-trick. So it's predictable. EPL today is predictable. Last time, Wolves scored 4 against another team. Everton is the one which was beaten again 4. Then it come and beat Wolves 4. So you see, like most of the matches, most of the games in EPL, you cannot predict very well how the match will end, especially the middle table teams.
Okay.
You don't know how it will go. So
okay.
I can say it's the time.
Okay, so when I check as the games are off now, Tuesday there was Ipswich against Crystal Palace, which has already been played. Leicester against which went 0-1, and then Leicester against West Ham, which went 3-1. Everton scored against 4 from Wolves, with Ashley Young becoming the oldest player to score from a free kick in the EPL. Also, Man City coming with a bounce back, where a man like Haaland, he didn't score, but he gave an assist, which is a good part also if you had a manager. Where the big game, which we said it was Newcastle against Liverpool. Well, I thought Liverpool were being beaten, and then until Salah did his Salah thing, which changed everything. Where Southampton also a good team when he plays the big games, big teams game kind of a thing. They win 5-1 against Southampton. Chelsea against Southampton was 5, where everybody scored at least. I saw the clip from from Palma. He's saying sorry for Nkunku, but the FPL they need him also. I think also this guy plays for FPL, somehow, yeah.
Yeah, most of the players they do play FPL, and even if they don't play FPL, their family do play FPL. That's why they usually maybe do those kind of things, because they know the reason why they will. They have to provide for their manager who trusts on them.
Okay. Also, Arsenal against Manchester United, where you guys were being beaten by defenders only, man like Saliba and man like Timber for that game. And then Aston Villa against Brentford 3-1. And then the games which are yet to be played is Fulham, Brighton, and Bournemouth. Fulham against Brighton, and then Bournemouth against Spurs. That's the game which you are waiting to be played as of now. So when you check this week, man, last week before we played, the fantasy game week points were 49, and then I think this week, man, game week 14, I think it will be the less scoring goals also, because many managers we don't get the points from who we thought were gonna give us points,
But I think Salah, most of the managers they captain Salah, so Salah will be the difference. He will make most of the managers. He was the most captain, by the way.
Okay, so if you didn't captain Salah, it's a hard game for you.
I didn't captain Salah. I captained somebody like Cole Palmer.
Okay.
But I'm guessing I have something like 57 points. So somebody who captain Salah, maybe the least maybe they can get, if the other players they perform very well, they will get 60.
Okay.
So I'm supposing maybe the average point will be around 47 there.
Okay. When I check the fixtures for this week, it's a good fixture. I don't know, I don't know. It's 50-50 because Everton playing against Liverpool, Aston Villa against Southampton, Bournemouth against Newcastle, Crystal Palace against Man City, Manchester United against Nottingham Forest, Fulham against Arsenal, Ipswich against Bournemouth, Leicester against Brighton, Spurs against Chelsea, and West Ham against Wolves. If you watch those games, which is the games that you think this the game to captain players from? Because we said I was the first guy. I saw the other game. Isak was injured. I said, no way, man. I'm not gonna keep this guy for this week. Boom. I don't know. He played only 21 minutes. Then this week he comes, guy scores and assists. I'm like, what the hell? Because I sell Isak to bring Jackson. Chelsea, Jackson put him on the bench. Is it the what you call the pep roulette now? It's happening to every manager's trying to do that thing, or what you say? Do you think it's the pep roulette, or because of the fixtures and this time of period, it's so less? Many managers will try to go at that direction.
We are going to see, especially in December, we are going to see a lot of rotation because the games come in packed very closely to each other. So we'll see a lot of injuries, a lot of players being rested to play other games. So we just hold on to the players we have and hope that they won't be rotated as much.
First of all, before I reach there, like you say that you sold Isaac, then he performed. Ta-da! So
silly ass nigga.
You buy Jackson and he went to the bench. Ta-da!
Okay. What's up with you? Are you having a green arrow or a red arrow? Because you start.
Definitely a red arrow.
I told you not to take the player that I'm having, man. Now I'm suffering because of you.
Well, I was getting points. Nobody was saying, wait. When I'm getting points, nobody's talking. But when you guys are starting to receive the red arrows, that's when the blame comes to me.
The blame comes to you. It's not because you don't get point or you get point. But when you acquire a player, and that player, maybe so many people have that player, it doesn't perform.
Okay.
And even you can see them.
So it's good. FPL-wise, it's good.
Are you trying to say he's the bad luck in FPL?
No, these guys, this is the agenda. This is the agenda. This Samba, Luis, Mike, and this crazy ass nigga, Malek Josh, they have decided this season I'm the bad luck for the FPL. But unfortunately, except Luis, all of them, I'm above them. So I'm wondering, how am I the bad luck and you guys are not performing better than me?
Because you are the bad luck.
What's the logic?
The logic is don't take the player that you are having.
So create your players, put them on the pitch. I will not take it.
He shouldn't follow you.
Create your own players, man. You didn't eat my head, man. Create your own players.
The best part you did, Jackson did not play even a minute. So they will give me 7 points from Rogers, who is at the bench.
Okay. Nice. I don't know. So
that way I'm surviving.
okay, let's
Thank
see.
you for that. by the way.
Okay, I see you. My eyes on you. Okay, come to fantasy. What's the next move do you see? Because we have said, except the game of Manchester United and Man City, we said again and again, having a clean sheet in the EPL now, it's like breaking a leg. It's becoming hard and hard and hard. So when you select a defender, now are you looking? Am I getting the points as a clean sheet, or are you looking? I'm getting them points as an assist. What's the move?
I don't know. It's been a rough game. I think I'm going also to do a wild card, but I need direction from you guys.
Okay. If you want to bring, let's say if you want to bring, you want to use a wildcard to bring a defender. What are you looking? Because now clean sheet, we have said here again and again, time and again, it's not easy. Yeah, man, Joshua.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's a very hard nut to crack, because most of the defenders that are scoring and look like a threat, they are very, very expensive, and FPL has gone up economically, because you can't afford one player and get the other player. For example, I'd want to have maybe Virgil van Dijk and Alexander Arnold in my defense, but my budget can't allow that.
Okay, Joshua, when you check this, your side, have you now said, because before the Arsenal guys, they never had a clean sheet. It was hard for them. But now, because you guys have started to get the clean sheet, do you think now it's the right move now to invest on those likes of Gabriel, likes of Saliba, maybe somebody like a Timber moving forward?
The reason why I bought somebody like Julian Timber is because I see the attacking threat that he's generating. Rather than him scoring a corner, I thought that was just an added advantage. But I was expecting him to give those assists. That is what I was looking for when I was taking somebody like Timber. Gabriel, on the other hand, has been in and out of the team, so it's very risky to have somebody like Gabriel, and he's very expensive. Now we can go now to somebody like Saliba, because if he will be giving you those attacking threat and also giving you the clean sheet, I think that's what we are looking for defenders.
Okay. Moving out of all those teams, do you think there's another team outside there which we guys can try to invest on them? Maybe you don't know, maybe likes of Brighton or this other team like Ipswich and Southampton, maybe.
I think there's so many players, but right now it's very difficult for you unless you want an enabler, because we are relying mostly on the premium players like Saka, Salah, Bruno Fernandes, somebody like Rashford, and Cole Palmer, and they're giving those points.
Okay, man. When we check the the defenders you have right now, I think I've said again and again, if you have those defenders who are cheaply, the price is cheap, but still, if you want to go a miles further, that's when you can invest to those prime players, like which Joshua was saying, the likes of Trent and Van Dijk. But unfortunately, if your budget is not well enough to reach to them, I think there's some cheap players, the likes of maybe Aina, the likes of, like now we have seen maybe the Van Hickey and Hall. But the problem is this Newcastle game, we don't know. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. So it's up to you. If you want if you have the money to or the budget to flex your muscles, it's good. You can go for the likes of Trent, as you said. But if you cannot, there's some cheaply, but they can give you. It's not mostly the clean sheet, but mostly maybe the attacking threat you can have from maybe one or two of them.
Very true, very true. I also think that the formation that you play with matters a lot, because you don't want to invest in 5 defenders that are not playing.
Yeah,
Some of them are on the bench.
Yeah, because for me, I have only three defenders which I play them game out. It doesn't matter if they win, doesn't matter if they lose. That's what I go with on and on.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the two in the bench is only to have. If you come to my midfield, that's when I think it's the best part of the EPL this season.
Yes.
Because for me, I have the likes of Salah, I have Palma, and I have Saka. If you have the three of those guys, I know. Even also, I have still Mbuemo, but he's not giving me a point yet now. But if you have those three, Palma, Saka, and Salah, you at least you're guaranteed one of them may give you maybe a double digit, which will cover up for the where you didn't have the price, or where you sacrifice the price to get the money from the defenders. So the same points, maybe if you could get a clean sheet, it's 4. And if Salah scores 2 goals, it has covered up for the 4 points which you could have got from the defenders. That's what my move when I put on now the players. If the defenders are on the rest.
Yeah, true.
Okay, cool. On your team, when you come to your team, who do you think? Because as of now we have said to get a differential, it's a hard task. because everybody now, Joshua was one also saying he had Salah already, he had Saka already, and he has Palmer. So all those three guys, you don't expect to get more points from those three. Because everybody, if you get the same, all of you are getting the same points. So there's nowhere or so close for you can say I'm getting more points than the other. So when you check the teams now, who are this maybe two person can fit these two places as a differential?
For me, I think this season we are closely packed, and the tactic is to have a player before everyone jumps on the player. For example, we saw how KDB played last night, and if you can fix him in your team before others find the funds to fund him into their team, I think that will be the trick.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So for you, it's KDB is that differential player. But if you
Yes.
if you don't have that money to reach for somebody like a KDB, if you watch the game against Manchester United, which Manchester United now playing, somebody like Ahmad, I've said as of now, I think he's a good differential. If Amorin gonna give him the space to move on forward as a free role more than as a free attacking role more than the defensive kind of a thing, according to me.
I think he's a very key player when it comes to Manchester. He's not going to be dropped anytime soon.
Okay.
So if you for example see the Smith Rowe's fixture has gotten a little bit difficult, you can always drop him to Ahmad and then later on maybe switch him back to Smith Rowe.
Okay, because for me, I had somebody like a Rogers, but I sold him to bring somebody like Mbuemo on my team. But now, I think now Aston Villa started to get their grip because yesterday Watkins scored 2 goals. The other day, Watkins scored 2 goals, and Rogers gave us a goals also, and he's still on the team. Do you think now, if you have the space to bring Rogers, because if I check the fixtures for Aston Villa, they do play against Villa. They have Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Man City, Newcastle, Brighton, Leicester. Do you think those fixtures are good enough to bring somebody like a Rogers, or the fixture is so hard for you to bring somebody like that?
Those are not the fixtures that you're afraid to bring a player because from it I've had like 2 games that are very nice, and then you can always bench him against Man City, but Man City have not proven to be that tough team that cannot be broken.
Okay, where can you put Mitoma? Because if I check their fixtures, Leicester, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Brentford, Aston Villa, and Arsenal. Those are the last before we close the year. Well, do you think those fixtures are good enough to maybe to bank on somebody like Mitoma? And Brighton, they're playing so good. If you watch the game,
Yes, I know the talent that comes with Mitoma, and when it comes to Mitoma, when he's performing, it doesn't matter what team he's playing.
Okay.
He'll always give you a return.
Okay, because if you watch the other game also, he had a close chance to score the first goal, but it went outside. And then him and João Pedro, the link up Welbeck. I think Brighton, in a way, they have good players if they can manage to utilize them well.
Yes, very true. And they've stuck to EPL. They've not gone to Championship for a while, so they're proving to be something.
Okay.
Yes.
So when it comes to the midfield, what do you think about Bruno? Is it too much expensive according to the fixture we have, or do you think you can be able to maybe to move to somebody like him?
For Bruno now, I'll just put him on the watch list. I wouldn't rush to bring Bruno in.
Okay.
Where we're heading right now, I think when it comes to Christmas, that's where the teams get like a foundation to the whole EPL. We after Christmas will know for sure these teams are going for the top 4. So for Manchester, we are still struggling. So I think I'd lean towards more better fixtures.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, if you have watched the game Chelsea are playing, I think also Enzo, he's a good differential if he gonna start. If he gonna confirm he gonna get the minutes as a starter, I think he's a good player and a good asset to move on with.
True, but but I don't think we are guaranteed that he's going to start every game. And from the budget that we've been having, I think our bench is very weak. You can't rotate Enzo on your bench.
Okay.
Yes, you'd rather pick another player, maybe Mitoma, maybe even Rogers, to take that spot, and you definitely know that they're going to play.
Okay, as we end off, do you have your on the forward kind of a thing? Do you still have Haaland on your team, or you're one of the guys who don't have Haaland?
I sold him last week. Maybe on Monday. Sorry,
Man,
not
that's
last week.
unfortunate. You just sell him and then get
I sold him on Monday.
I think now you'll be the bad luck kind of a guy.
No, I sold him on Monday, but I knew that I had a wild card and I have to play the wild card before game week 19. So it's not a big deal for me because I can always bring him back.
Okay, so you left the funds a bit of to bring him back on your team.
Yes.
Ah man, good for you, yo. So who do you think? Because now, who did you sell Haaland for to bring on your team?
I needed funds to scatter around my team. I needed to see maybe Saka on my mid. I needed to have Jackson who didn't play. Cunha had week in, week out punished me, and I needed him on my team. So, yes, I spread my funds around.
Okay, guys on the WhatsApp group. Now we know.
No, he's just
No.
trying to find somebody
No.
to blame.
Since I had Kuna, nobody had him. The day you guys bring him back to your team, that's when he's not giving me points, yeah?
It's okay. FPL is all about sticking to a player that he will return at some point.
Okay, what do you think? Joe Pedro should list because now he has not scored for like 2 games. Do you think now is the time to sell him or still keep him on our teams?
We can still hold him for 2 more game weeks, and then after that we can decide for sure, just like Mbeumo.
Okay, if you check the fixture for this game, what do you think is gonna be a captain for your team?
It's hard to move away from Salah. You've seen what Salah can do, but there are other options out there. If you have KDB, you can captain him. Maybe Jackson, that now he has rested. I don't know. We still have until maybe Friday.
Yeah. Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday. I think it's an early kickoff.
Yes.
On Saturday, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think? Palma does not give you side or also if you check because Saka 2 game weeks has not scored. I think 1 game the Manchester United one. So and we expect him to do the thing. So do you think now also Saka can be part of the maybe he gonna give us a points if you put on the captain? Because last week if anybody captained him, I think he ripped well.
Yes. When we're captaining a player, we most likely look at the past points that he has banked, and I don't think Saka has been consistent enough to be our captain.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So who do you think is either next one to on your list to have maybe as we move on as you check on the fixtures?
I'm still stuck on Salah. I haven't checked my options yet, but I might go with a differential this weekend.
Okay, I think this week I think I don't know. We're gonna run an early one to check our teams, but just to confirm maybe a short one maybe on Saturday.
Yeah.
Before because we don't know what will happen in the Fulham because if the Fulham goes if the Brighton game goes well, I think also Brentford the next game for Brentford is Brighton. I mean it's a good game. So if they perform better, I think also João Pedro can be. Even though last time I played João Pedro, he never gave me points. He gave me only 2, so it's 4. I don't blame him because those 2 other games he performed well. So only this one game I cannot say no. But if they play well that game, I expect them moving forward also maybe to go on with the same form. But also guys, if you have Salah, we have said he's Mr. Delivery. Any day, anytime, I think he's a good captain. He can always give you points. And then the likes of Haaland, I don't know. He had chances the game they played. But I did not see him still being the Haaland. But if him and the KDB start to, they will have to start. I think now is the time. If we see Pep starting Haaland and KDB at the same game, I think now, and maybe the likes of Grealish, I think now it's time we can start to worry and bring somebody, maybe him back on the team.
Yeah,
but
very true.
But if KDB comes in the second half, I think Haaland by then is already tired, and maybe many of the players in the pitch have already marked him so well. So time to get the points, it's gonna be hard if they never start.
Very true, but the Manchester City that I saw play last night, I think we need to put a very close watch on them because at any time we could be rushing for the players.
Yeah, because they can explode from anywhere. You don't know, yeah, man.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So as we end off, man, it's good to have you back.
Thank you very much.
It's been nice.
Very nice to be back on video.
Man, I don't know which episode can guy goes to Spotify to have you. Man, I think
way back.
Did we have you this year? I don't think so.
No, I think from February or March.
That's the last time we had you on the pod.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it's been long.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fantasy wise, this season, man, you guys, you change. I don't know. There's 2 Jimmy. For your name was Carnage. So there's one who's on top and there's one who's below.
Of course, I'm the one on top. It's been a roller coaster with FPL, but I think these 2 last game weeks have flopped, but I'm back.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. It's nice, man. Having the goals, because man, while I was the starter in the FPL, you and Joshua and man like Bush, hey, you gave me a hard run.
Yes.
But second season, I did bad.
No problem. It's called beginner's luck.
Okay.
Now it's not there.
No, man. I'm back.
Yeah?
In a way, I'm back. But
let's wait and see. The second half is more challenging than the first half.
No, for me, the first, because this was the thing. The first 3 game weeks which we started, I had a silly idea that if a person does not play, sell him. If a person doesn't play, sell him. Now I came with a new idea which I've said and I'll repeat it. Whoever takes it home, it's okay. Whoever doesn't believe in it, it's okay. If you have a player, keep him until 3 weeks. If with those 3 weeks he doesn't give you points, sell him.
Very true. For example, I've been having Vardy for the longest time. He has been giving me peanut points, but peanut points are better than points.
Okay.
Than none at all.
This week you don't sell him, or you had him on still the team?
I still had him.
So
he gave me 4 points.
He ripped you nice.
Yes.
Okay, so it's nice, man.
Yes. So hold on to your players and don't hold on to Haaland though. It's too expensive.
Okay, man. Big shout out to all those guys liking, sharing, subscribing. The number of subscribers is nice. The number of liking, it's nice. Share the message. Don't forget the Triple Cup podcast in every social media, be it TikTok, be it Instagram, be it whichever, YouTube. We are there, man. So keep the conversation going, and we till next week. I think it's been nice. Adios.